Hello students, how are you? I'm your computer teacher, Miss Hetal. Today I will discuss the lesson number 5 in class 5. The lesson number 5 is MS PowerPoint 2010 Editing and Formatting Slides. In this chapter we will learn how to edit the slides, how to format the slide, and we will do the slideshow also. Already we have seen the screen introduction of PowerPoint in the lesson number 3. So let's continue with the chapter. So I continue with the introduction. Our first topic is editing and formatting. Editing refers to making changes in a document by modifying, arranging and tracking, etc. Whereas formatting means to change the layout of document through exchanging the font style, size, themes, etc. to make the document look more presentable. So students, I'll show you the practical of it. For example, here I have written a click start and here I'm adding some extra text. For example, I'm adding the class 5. So here I added the extra text, so that means it is a editing. And the formatting means on the text you are applying the options, like you are applying a font styles. I have applied here bold, then you are changing the color of it. I have applied the red color, font size I am increasing. Then after here I am changing the fonts. Okay, so here I am changing the fonts. So this is known as a formatting. Now students, our next topic is how to edit a slide in MS PowerPoint 2010. Okay, so to edit the slide there are two ways. Either you can move the text or either you can duplicate the text. So there are two ways. Let's see how to perform the moving a text and how to perform the duplicating a text. So now let's see how to move a text. So to move a text means you have to shift the place of the text. Means from one place to another place you have to shift the text. So for that we have to use the option cut and paste. So now see, let's see how to perform it. For example, I have written one line here, editing a slide in MS PowerPoint. So first of all, what to do? You have to choose that line. So for performing the cut paste or for the moving a text, you have to choose the line. After selecting the text, you have to go to the Home tab. In the clipboard group, click on the cut, and when you are clicking on the cut, so you can see here the line which you have selected has been disappear. Now wherever you want to paste it, so you have to click on that place. For example, at the bottom side I want, so I will put my cursor over here, and then after I will go again to the Home tab in the clipboard group and I will click on the paste. So whatever line I have cut, that will be appear on a new place. So here what happened? The text has been changed from the old place to the new place. So this is known as a moving a text. Now the next editing topic is how to duplicate the text. Duplicate means you have to make the copy of it. So for that we have to use the option copy and paste. So let's see the practical for it. For example, I have written here 4 lines. So I will use all these 4. I will select all these 4 lines and I want a duplicate copy of it. So I will select all these 4 lines. Then after I will click on the copy. See here, whenever you are performing the copy, so the text will not disappear. Whereas if you are performing a cut, so the text will be disappear. Okay. Now I want all these 4 lines copied downside second time. So now I will click on the home tab. In the clipboard group, click on the paste. So wherever you want a pasting of it, you have to put the cursor over it. On the same slide also you can paste, or on the new slide also you can paste. So I want a duplicate copy on the new slide. So I have added a new slide, and after that I will click over here. Now I will click on the paste. So you can see here the copy text available on a new slide also, and it is available on the old slide also. So this is my old text, okay, and I pasted it on a new location. So in the copy and paste, the text is available at the more than one places, means it will make the duplicate copy of the text. Now our next topic is how to format a slide in MS PowerPoint 2010. So format means to arrange the text according to the chosen pattern. Chosen pattern means on the selected text you have to apply the font, font size, font style. Okay, so these all are known as a character formatting, or you can call it a text formatting. Formatting the slides make the presentation more effective and readable. So whenever you are applying the formatting on the text, so it will attract your slide. So for the formatting slide, we can use font, font size, font style, font color, and the format painter option. So let's see all these topics one by one practically. So first of all we will apply the font. Font means font name, you can call it. For that, first of all we will select the text. So I am selecting here the text, and all the text formatting and font formatting options available on home tab and the font group. So after selecting the text, click on the font name. You can call it a font and a font name. So here so many options are there. You can see here. So now out of them I am selecting this one. So I will click on it. So you can see here the font has been applied. Now after this, the next one is a font size. Font size means making the changes into the size of the font. So for that also select the text, go to the home tab. In the font group, you can see here the font size has given 30. So you can reduce the font size and you can increase the font size. For example, first of all I will reduce the font size. So you can see I have selected here 20, and here the fonts are in a small size. Now I am increasing the font size. For example, I am making it a 32. So you can see here the font size has been increased. So here you can change the font size. So to make the font in size small and big, you have to use a font style, font size. After this, next topic is a font style. So all of you knows bold, italic and underline. So bold, italic, underline, superscript, subscript, these options are known as a font style. So the use of the bold is to make the text in a dark. So for that also select the text. After selecting the text, go to the home tab. In the font group, click on the bold option. So you can see here the text has been changed into the dark than the our regular text. Next font style is a italics. So for that also select the text, go to the home tab. In the font group, this I is there, it is known as a italics. So when you click on it, so it will change the text into the slanted form. Very little bit changes is there in the text, and mostly italic is used for writing the scientific names. After this, next font style is underline. So for that select the text, and below the text whenever you want a line, so you have to use a underline option. So select the text, go to the home tab. In the font group, click on the underline option. So you can see here the underline available below the text. Now the next important topic is a superscript. So superscript, it will reduce the size of text and raise it to the top of the current line. Okay, so for example, here I have taken the fifth, and you normally know that this th always coming a upside. So to apply the superscript, or you want to put the text above side, so you have to use a superscript font style. So for that I want this th above side. Okay, so I will select this th only, then go to the home tab. In the font group, just click on the font dialog box launcher option. This is the font dialog box launcher option, and you can see here superscript option is available. So select this superscript and click on a OK. So you can see here the th has gone up top of the line with the small handwriting. So this is known as a superscript. Same as subscript, it reduce the size of text and lower it to the bottom of the current line. Means you know the formula of the water, that is a H2O. In H2O, 2 is coming downside. So whenever you want to write the text little bit bottom of the current line, so you have to use a subscript. So for that you have to select the text which you want a downside. So I have selected the 2. Again open the font dialog box launcher button. So you will get the font dialog box, and now here you can see the top option subscript. Select that subscript and click on a OK. So you can see here to appear at the bottom of the line with the small handwriting. So these are the font style: bold, italics, underline, superscript and a subscript. After this, next formatting option is the font color that we are performing from the main standards. So for that also select the text, go to the home tab. In the font group, here you can see the font color drop down list is there. So here down arrow you are clicking, so you will get the different types of the color, and you can select the any color from the drop down list. For example, I am selecting here the red color. So here on the text you can see the red color applied. So these all are the options of the formatting the text. Now our next important formatting topic is a format painter. So the format painter tool is used to copy the formatting of the text. Students, remember, it will not copy the text, but it will copy the formatting which you have applied on the text. So let us see with the practical. So for example, here I am applying a some of the formatting options. For example, I am selecting the 2 words quick brown, then I am making it a bold. Here I am applying the font Times New Roman, then I am applying the color blue. Okay, so this formatting options I have applied. Now this same formatting which I have applied on a quick brown, that I want on a whole the second paragraph. So what I will do, first of all I will select the text wherever the formatting is applied, and the format painter options is available on the home tab. In the clipboard group, click on the format painter option. Now you can see your mouse pointer has been changed into the brush shape. Now after getting the brush shape, you have to select the text. So whatever text you are selecting, on all that text the formatting you can see it. No need to apply the separately option. Just select the text and you will get the text in the selected format painter. So you can see here the format painter tool. Now after this, our next topic is a text alignment. So first of all, the definition of text alignment is the text alignment refers to the layout within a paragraph with respect to document margin. Means on the document margin on which side you are displaying the text, that is known as a text alignment. So there are four types of the text alignment. One is left, center, right, and a justify alignment. Now let's see the topic text alignment practically. So for that you have to use the option in a home tab, and now the new group is there, that is the paragraph group. After the font group, the next group is the paragraph group, and here you can see the four top options. This is the align left alignment, this is the center alignment, this is the right alignment, and the last one is the justify alignment. So now let's see one by one all the alignments practically. So for that, select the whole paragraph, and text alignment you have to apply it on a whole paragraph, not on a selected text only. So text alignment option is applied on a paragraph. So I have selected the first two lines and first paragraph, and you can see here by default the left alignment is applied. Okay, so here the text in a left alignment. So in the left alignment the text is edges to the left side. Now on the second paragraph I am applying the center alignment. So select the text, go to the home tab, in the paragraph group click on the center alignment. So when you click on the center alignment, so text move to the center of the page. Next alignment is a right alignment I am applying. So select the text and click on the right alignment option. So when you click on the right alignment, so text move to the right margin of the page. And the last one is the justify alignment. So in the justify alignment, select the text and click on the justify alignment. So very little bit difference is there in the justify alignment. It will add the extra space like this between the words, and it will put the text properly with the both the margin. So these are the four alignments: left alignment, this is the center alignment, right alignment, and a justify alignment. Now our next topic is bullets and numbering. Sometimes you need to write the data in the form of point. These points can be either in the form of bullets or a numbering. So students, sometimes we need to write data into the particular point wise. So that time either you can use the bullets or either you can use the numbering. Bullets means before the lines you are inserting a symbol. So symbols are known as a bullets. And if you are applying the numbers like a 1, 2, 3 before the sentence, so that is known as a numbering. So in the PowerPoint, if you want to apply the bullets and numbering, so the options are available on the home tab, and in the paragraph group you can see this symbol, this is known as a bullets. So here you can see the different bullet symbols for the bullets, and after the bullets second tool is a numbering. So you can see here the numbers are given 1, 2, A, B, C, Roman number. So these all are known as the bullets and numbering. So now let us see practically how to apply. So to apply the bullets and numbering, you have to select the text wherever you want to apply the bullets and numbering. So I have selected here the whole placeholder, and then after I will click on a select the text, then click on the bullets option. So whatever bullet pattern you want, just you move the mouse pointer over it. So you can see here selected, or just moving a mouse pointer you can see the highlight of the bullets. So now on the text I am applying this square bullets. So you can see here bullets has been applied. Now if you want to apply the numbering, so on the same things I am applying the numbering. So go to the numbering, then select the pattern for the numbering, which pattern you want. So you can choose it. For example, I want this one, so I will click on it. So the bullets has been, so the numbering has been applied on a selected text. So now students, our formatting options are over here. Now let us revise the here quick keyboard shortcut keys are given, so that you have to remember. So first one is a cut. So keyboard key is a Control plus X. For paste, Control plus V. Copy, Control plus C. Underline, Control plus U. Italics, Control plus I. Bold, Control plus B. Select all text, so Control plus A. Align left, Control plus L. Align center, Control plus E. Align right, Control plus R. And last, align justify, Control plus J. So these are the keyboard shortcut key in the topic. I hope students you understand the editing and formatting in MS PowerPoint. The editing we can perform using a copying and moving text, and for the formatting we will use the font group and the paragraph group. Thank you.